everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 everybody. Hi, guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're here for the first time, hello, everybody. Hello, If you are returning, thank you for tuning in. You know, as well, hello everybody is a thing until people started greeting, and I haven't done a video in so long. So when people started be like, hello everybody, they haven't seen me in a long time, or it's somebody that I don't know, and they go, hello everybody, I'm like, you watch the video. So hello everybody. Hi guys, my name is Zodwa Gwaga and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am so excited to be doing my first video for 2022. So how this came about was I have a Facebook page called Uzodwa Gwaga. It is a page for motivation, inspiration, and all things yummy. If you don't follow me on that page, please search for Zodwa Gwaga on Facebook. You will find two profiles that will come up. One is a page, one is a profile. Follow the page where I'm wearing a silver dress and I'm smiling like this. Follow that one because that's where all the yummy stuff goes. So I was writing an article for that page, and what was laid in my heart was the power of a name on this certain day, the power of a name. And as I was writing about this, I was like, yo, this is heavy. Inendo. I just felt like inendo, and I thought I can't stop here. I have to do a video as well because I want to give this topic as much airtime as possible, and that is why I am doing it here. And for those of you that are wondering why are you not doing the same on Instagram, Instagram is like, I force myself to love Instagram. I try to love Instagram, but I am going to improve. And the reason for that is I'm a very but like on Instagram I'm like anazi, but on Facebook abantu. Even though now the page has grown exponentially and there are people, I get so flattered when I look at somebody comments, I click on their profile and it says they're in Mpumalanga, they're in Joburg, they're in Cape Town. I'm like, because it started with just local people. So anyway, back to the point of the video. So on my page on Facebook, I wrote about the power of a name, and I thought this has to be on video. So that's what I'll be talking to you about today. Like I said on the page, on the article that I wrote, names fascinate me. And I'm not talking about names, how beautiful they sound, or I'm not talking about the meaning of a name necessarily, because you get really meaningful, deep names and you're like, yo, that's a beautiful name. But I'm not necessarily talking about falling in love with how a name sounds, like Abo Elola, Mabolia Pila. No, I'm not talking about that, even though they sound good and they mean good things. I mean, I'm fascinated by names that have hosted their purpose well. And that's what I want to have a conversation with you about today. Hosting your purpose well. Your name hosting your purpose well. When I was writing and reading about names and purpose, I realized that in the Bible as well, God took the alignment of someone's name and their purpose very seriously. And if we were to take one example that I also went to read about was Abraham. His name was changed to Abraham because God wanted to align the meaning of his name to his purpose, to what the mandate of his life was going to be, which meant fathering many nations, which he eventually did. Right? And I was like, yo, uba serious ngalendo yamagama, serious ngendo yoba I-purpose yakho ithi nca kulento ubizwa ngayo. But I also realized that we are not all fortunate to get a visitation from our Father to say, Zodwa, you are renamed to ABC or you're renamed to something else, right? My name means Ndombi Zodwa. My name is Ndombi Zodwa. It means I am the last of an all-girl lineage of siblings. Ngusis Peggy, Ngusis Nomatibane, Ngusis Mamvelase, Ngusis Amanda Bendim. I'm the fifth girl of my mother's daughters. So my name has no powwow meaning. It's like my mother could have done better. Like the council that she was around could have advised her, Oba, you are going to give birth to a trailblazer of some sort. Can you please do better? But nobody said anything, and I eventually ended up with the name Domzodwa, which I don't use. So we are not all fortunate to get that visitation from God to change our names, but each and every one of us have a purpose. Each and every one of us were born with a mandate that we have been given. It's coming to mind because I did a whole, not a study, but I looked around and other people's names which came up when I thought of purpose and alignment and them doing what I believe God had called them to do. I looked at Barack Obama's name. Barack means to bless, right? To bless. And yes, he was a blessing. He did bless an era. He did bless with his actions, with his decisions, with his involvement in American politics, which I think had a global influence as well. He did bless to an extent that time, and his name does align to what came up as the definition of Barak, which is to bless. But when I thought about it, if Barak had not done what he felt led to do, he would have never been able to live up to that name. Right? And the only thing that made his name great was not necessarily its meaning, but him fulfilling the purpose that God had for his life. Right? Can you guys hear it? Like I feel it so deeply. And another powerful name that came to my mind was Oprah. I was like looking at Google and seeing, what does Oprah mean? And I was fascinated to find out that Oprah is actually a created name. It was conjured up. There are no previous Oprahs. She's the first one. She was given the name Orpah from the Bible, which means the back of the neck. It means gazelle. And her family was struggling pronouncing the name correctly. So when she was one, when Oprah, look this up, I'm not telling you a word of a lie. When Oprah was one, because everybody was mispronouncing it as Oprah instead of Oprah, they just changed it legally. Now, Oprah, or the back of a neck, gazelle, for me, I don't know if what deep meaning there is to it, but it's like the back of a neck. It is like could have done better. But her name, which is now Oprah, has so much significance. Why? Is it its meaning? No, because it has no meaning. According to the research that I've done, Oprah has no meaning. It is conjured up. The only significance there is to that name is her fulfilling what she felt led by God to do. The only reason we recognize the name, the only reason we esteem the name to be great, to be wonderful, to be powerful, to be rich, to be all things good. Well, not all of us. There are people who don't agree with me where Oprah is concerned, but that's not the point. The point is, the significance of her name came from her living from a place of purpose. Had she decided not to follow the leading of God, because she clearly says she is living out God's dream for her life. But had she not followed that plan, had she not followed the leading of God, her name would have no significance. Her name would mean absolutely nothing. It would just be Opa or Oprah, and that's it. The names on our birth certificates are wonderful, and they are prophetic because they are telling of what aspirations our parents have for us. They are telling of what prayers have been answered. But there have been numerous occasions where you find a person has such a powerful name, such a deep, meaningful name, but the manifestation of that is nowhere to be found. You find that esiXhoseni maybe kukugama elithi sikhokhele, and the person is leading nobody to nowhere. Or you find another name elithi mhlambi lithemba. You find that akukho kwathemba eliphuma kulumntu. There is nothing. The situation is hopeless or nompumelelo. Ubona uba akho kwanto iphumelelayo. And if this is your name, I'm not meaning this maliciously. I'm just making an example. Our names on our birth certificates do not necessitate success. They do not necessitate the fruition of purpose in our lives. It is not our names that give meaning to our lives. It is fulfilling our purpose that gives meaning to our names. Rewind and listen to that again. It is you following the lead, because remember, when we were created by God, He created us with an intent in mind. He created us with an idea, with a purpose, something that He wanted only that individual to fulfill. And yes, you were given a name, and yes, sometimes that name is so prophetic and is so aligned with what God has called you for. But even in that case, you have to listen to the leading of God to bring that full circle. You have to listen to the directions of God for you to come to the place where your name is aligned to your purpose. And when your name does not align to your purpose, remember that a purpose still exists. When your name does not align to anything, like Zodwa or Oprah, remember that there is a purpose nonetheless. And it is your purpose that will bring significance to your name. We all want, when I say all, I mean my community, because I believe I'm surrounded by a like-minded community. In my community, we all want to grow in our purpose. We all want to have names that are relevant in our times, in our community, in our surroundings. We want names that are to be remembered. We want names that are going to leave an impact. And Zodwa on its own will do nothing nowhere. But uzodwa olandela instructions gabawo to say, go right now, go left now, stop now, go faster, go slower, don't move. That is what will inject greatness to my name. That is what has, if there is any greatness if there is any greatness to my name that anybody has identified, it is definitely not as a result of the meaning of my name. It is definitely not as a result of how good my name sounds. It is only as a result of me following the leading of the Holy Spirit, following the leading of God to where He shows me purpose to be at that time. So with this video, I'm just wanting to encourage you for 2022, as my first video of 2022, I want to encourage you to pursue a great name. Not for vanity, not for superiority, not for fluff, but I want you to pursue a great name, because in pursuing a great name, you are pursuing purpose. In pursuing a great name, you are bringing solution. In pursuing a great name, you are becoming a better individual, not only for yourself, but for the people around you. So let us become people who elevate our names by pursuing purpose. Because, like I said, we're not all fortunate to have names that are so glamorous, but we all have something powerful to contribute. And the contribution to the earth, to the world, to people, to community, to surroundings, to family, to business, the contribution that we make by following purpose, by serving people, by serving community, that is what makes your name great. If you've got an aspiration to say, ndifuna uba ngumuntu othenteni ngenye imini, you can be that person. But listen to those directions. Listen to what God says. I firmly believe, this is my own belief, and theologians, you are more than welcome to correct me, but not in the comment section. I firmly believe that the greatness of Jesus Christ came solely from His obedience. The greatness of his name came from his obedience, because he could have been he was given that name that he was given. And had he decided that, I'm doing my own thing, Dad, I'm doing my own thing, I'm not going to heed to your instruction, I'm not going to follow through your will, I'm not going to do A, B, C, he would have represented what could have been and not what is. And what could have been would not have been endowed with the power that he was endowed with. The reason Jesus was, we are instructed to pray in his name. We are instructed to deliver, to cast out in his name. What kind of name is this? It is a name that has completely surrendered to the will of God. It is a name that has completely surrendered to purpose. And your name, my name, will not deliver people. It will not cast out demons. It will not do many things. But what our names should do, should host our purpose well. My name is Zodwa Qwaga, and I hope that this year you will host your purpose well.